Hello, vinyl community. Yes, today I was thinking to do a vinyl finds. I have a bunch of records that I would like to show, and I took a piece of it and I'm going to show them. When you are at the countryside, especially where I am, there's no record stores. There are no second hands. There are a few charity shops, but you have to drive for them. And there's one that is like 50 minutes away with a car. That small place where I usually visit from time to time when I need to do some shopping. I need to buy some paint. I need to buy some nice wine or whatever. And then I usually pick into the charity shop, check if they have something you need, and I always put an eye on the records. They usually doesn't happen anything there, but sometimes there's a few, and this time it had increased a bit, so I had to flip them through, and I found some cool records. There are not any expensive ones or high grades or whatever, but they are cool, and they are small grades for me, if you can say so. And I will go through them pretty quick. I will start with this dude. Do on this side. George Smith, No Town for Jive. This was a dude and a record that I didn't know anything about. So I had to Google it, and I found out that this George Smith is a harmonica player. And this was a real blues record, and I really enjoyed that because it was kind of cool. And the funny fact about this one is that it's produced by a guy called Mike Vernon. Vernon was behind the British blues explosion boom in the late 60s. And he was behind bands like Fleetwood Mac, Chicken Shack, John Mayall, 10 Years After, among many others. And he also produced this one. And this is a really cool one. It's a pretty laid back, easy thing. You can almost feel that this George dude is sitting in the sofa with his harmonica and just relaxing, take it easy. But there are two uplifting beats like this soul feet, and before you know it, you think it's over. Before you do your thing, you better think. Those two songs are a little bit more up to it, and the rest are pretty cozy. But it was really cool record. And another find I did at the same time was, I think my second copy is of this Jeff Beck. This is his second album with the beautiful Apple cover. It's amazing artwork, and I think this is his best work today, at least among his best one. I like this very much, even if the tunes are nothing extraordinary. It is doing like a Elvis Presley's tune and so on, but you can hear the feeling. It's so good, and Rod Stewart sings like a god on this one. It's really good. And the side note, I have two stories on this one. The first one is the note that he wrote on the backside that is so classic. Today, with all the hard competition in the music business, it's almost impossible to come up with anything totally original. So we haven't, and so on. It's so true, so cool, amazing. And another story that I heard, I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but it feels like it. It was Jeff Beck, and along with this record, was booked for Woodstock, but he had to cancel it because he was in a car accident. And that, of course, put some rings on the water, and Stewart and Mr. Wood left the band and joined the Faces. And so there was no touring with this one. and Woodstock will probably put it up on the rank, and they are more famous and more gold in the bank, etc., etc. But it's really good. Highly recommend to check it up if you see it in the wild. Then I have some comps, and if you see a compilation that looks like this, you are going to pick it up, or you are too afraid to do it and you will leave it behind. That's the two options. I took it up, of course. I love the cover. Just check on that. It's so frightening. And this is kind of cool one, because you have Steppenwolf, you have the James Gang, you have BB King, you have Freedom, you have Bush playing on this one. So cool, so cool. And this is pretty easy to find, at least around here in Europe. I'm not sure about the States. Another comp that I found that I haven't seen before is this Blues Anytime Vol.3. So there's probably two more that I need to fetch up. This is also British Blues, and it's really cool. Just check the lineup. You have Jeff Beck, you have Crystal Davis, you have Jimmy Page, you have Clapton, and you have the Santa Barbara Machine Head. That is the pre for Deep Purple, as far as I understand it, as you had John Lord playing there. This is kind of cool. They're doing things together, and it's really amazing. Really cool one, at least. Then we have a few more that I have no idea what they are. We have this Sunnyland Slim. Slim's got his thing going on. A blues dude. A record from '69 that I didn't know much about, but I thought it was blues, so I gave it a chance, and it's pretty cool. You have a few guests in here. You have a few musicians from Canada Heat, and you have a Big Mama Toron on this one. So it's kind of cool record. And then we have an oddball. This Canadian Rock Theatre. Yes, what the freaking is this? I saw the cover. I thought this. I need to check this up. And so this is a rock opera with a pop wing. You have a male and female vocals. Not any impressive stuff, but still it's kind of fun record. And all the lyrics are Christian. So, are you into that? Then this might be something for you. It's kind of cool. Then to some two rock bangers. I found this one. Frijid Pink and Defrosted. The second album from Frijid Pink. And this is a little bit more heavier than the previous one. And it could be that is actually the startup for heavy metal. So hard it is. And the tunes are very influenced by band like Guess Who, but then you can put in like, who should I pick, like Orvin Lee guitarist, those hard riffing, and then you have Frijid Pink. It's kind of cool one. And the last one I have for today is a real cool one, a classic. This is the debut record from the band Mountain and the record Climbing. This is really cool one. You have Leslie West, the big guy with the big voice, fantastic guitar playing. Then you have the producer, the music making man, Felix Paparaldi. Felix was behind the producing of Cream, and I also played the bass there. Leslie was in New York psychedelic garage band before this, and I really dig this. The only bad thing about this record is it's too way short, too much fading. I would have a repress of this with full tunes, so you can hear because I think most of the tune was a lot of jamming and yeah, some substance behind it, and so you're missing part of the fun, but it's a great listen, and this was in a really good condition, especially for the vinyl. The cover is a little bit tender and so on, but still it was a fantastic record. And that was all I had for this finds. I will do another one soon, because I have some Yes records that I found at the same time, but that's for another day. So stay tuned, keep the record spinning, and have a fabulous week, whatever you are going to do. Share.